Hello, my name's Nick, and I graduated from the National Sun University, and I just got my master degree of material science engineering in the National Cheng University, and I'm doing substitute military service now. And my hobbies are go to gym and work out and play basketball and soccer with my friends and watch movies. Uh, yeah, that's all.
All right, okay. I think, you know what, you're really nervous right now. Yeah, I understand because you don't really use English, right,
Yes.
every day. So, but I think you know what, your English is good. I like your pronunciation, but I think we just need to improve your vocabulary and also your confidence. It's very important.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
I'm always telling my students who will also apply for a job. I'm always reminding them to be very confident. Not too confident, all right? Not overconfident. But I want you
Okay.
to be confident because for example, just like before, I told you earlier, right? That
Yeah.
I was also handling interviews. So, for example, I have an applicant in front of me. For me,
Okay.
first impression, it's very important. When you say
Uh,
first impression, for example, you look good. Oh, okay. It's okay. You know what? I will be very interested about you, about your answers on my questions. But for me, first impressions never last. All right? So
okay.
I guess it's very important if you will attend an interview, you must know how to carry yourself properly. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
You don't need to show to your interviewer that you're so nervous because you have to be positive and you have to think that no one deserves that position or that job except you. You're the best man for
Okay.
that position. Okay?
Okay.
Alright?
Okay.
So, in this class, I promise I will try to boost or enhance your confidence because it's very important during the
Okay.
interview. Believe me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yes, because you know what? Sometimes they're not really particular about grammar, about pronunciation. They're not particular about that. You
Yeah.
really need to be confident. That's only the problem. Because I'm
Okay.
always telling my students it's easy to learn grammar and pronunciation, but it's so hard to gain confidence. Because this is about you, right?
Okay.
This is about how you trust yourself. So let's try to develop that. I'm
Okay.
here to help you. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so this is just our first day, and I promise you I will not add stress on your part. So, yeah, let's learn English in the most enjoyable way. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. So, in our class, Nick, for example, you have questions? Please tell
Mm,
me right away. Alright?
That's
If
I.
you have questions.
For now, I can't. I don't have any
You
question
don't
now.
have. Okay. And for example, I talk very fast. You need to tell me also. Okay?
I think my listening is quite good.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, but for a speaking part,
Uh,
it's a disaster maybe.
oh, don't say that. Yeah, because practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah.
So just be positive. All right?
Okay.
That's why I'm here to help you. We're here to help you. Okay?
Thank-
All right. So again, for example, you have questions about about this material. Please tell me right away. Okay?
Okay.
Or maybe how about my speed? You can understand me, right? I don't
Yes.
need to adjust my speed. Okay, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. All right. So before we start, I guess you can open the material now, right, Nick?
Yes.
All right. So before we start, I want you to remember these colors once again, since we will be using this in our class. I know you know this already, but I want you to remember these colors once again. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So if you can see red, it's wrong answer. If it's green, right or correct answer. If it's yellow, things to remember. And if it's blue or cyan, mispronounced words that we need to correct. Okay?
Okay, I got
All
it.
right. Okay. So for tonight, the title of the material, as you can see, right, the job interview. So, during this material, you know what? I guess this material, it is very useful. And don't worry, I will add more information, which I think would really help you during your interview. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's do this together. Don't be shy. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Always just think that I'm your friend. Because
Okay.
I can't see you, you can't see me, so I think it's okay.
Okay.
Alright, okay, yeah, it's okay. Alright, so let's start now to page 1. Oh, okay, let me ask you first. Let me ask you a question. What do
Okay.
you think? What do you think is okay? What do you think is the best way for you to pass the interview or to pass an interview? What do you think is the effective way for you to pass an interview?
First of all, I think I should show my confidence to get this job, and I need to present my ability, which is related to the to this job, and I also need to let my supervisor or let supervisor know my personal property personal property of myself. Yeah.
You mean your background, right?
Yeah, my background and how to say that
It's okay.
what,
Take your time.
what person, what kind of person is me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Your characteristic.
Yeah, my characteristic.
Okay. I understand. Yeah. All right. So before I forget, you know what? During the interview, I advised you, if you have time before the interview, you can do some research about the company because it's very important, you know?
Yes.
Because they will ask you. They
Yeah,
will ask you. Uh-huh.
they will ask me what kind of product they produce or
You're
what
right.
is what they are focused on.
You're right. And consider that you're a salesman during the interview and your product is yourself and your background. All right? Because if you're a salesperson, you need to encourage your client or your customer to support your product, right? Because you need to do all possible ways so that you can achieve your goals, and you need to do that during the interview. Okay? All right? So, it's okay. Just believe in yourself. I'm always telling my students as well, during the interview, don't expect too much.
Don't
Okay?
expect.
Yeah, because for example, expect the unexpected. Because, for example, oh, I believe in myself. I know I will get this job. But in the end, the result will be negative. So, of course, you will feel bad about it. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So, don't act like the one. But you just need to believe in yourself and do your best.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, because guess what? I was also rejected before and I felt so bad. It seems that maybe I'm not good enough. So, yeah. So I don't want you to experience that. That's
Okay.
why, yeah, that's why I need to tell you um a lot of tips for this. And also, I'm so talkative, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Never.
maybe because I'm encouraging my students to talk more. That's why I'm like this.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to read. Yeah, we need to use the material, but I also like to talk a lot for you to express yourself because
Okay.
you need this during the interview. All right? Okay? Yeah, I can still remember, you know what, during my interviewer asked me a question. Why do you think that manhole is circle? It's so hard, right?
Yeah, it's hard. I can't know the meaning of the question.
Yeah. It's really hard to explain. So you
Yeah.
also need to practice presence of mind.
Okay.
Presence of mind because sometimes if we're so nervous, we tend to forget everything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Also, don't memorize your background or information about you. Be familiarized about it. Because memorization it's different from familiarization, right?
Okay.
Because when you say memorization, you need to memorize every words in your resume, in your background, right? But what
Yeah.
if what if you're so nervous during the interview and you
No.
forget one word about it?
Yeah.
So I guess you
Yeah.
will lost all your words, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if
I can
you
make that.
yes, but if you're familiar about it, you will know. You will use your own sentence, but the answer will be the same. All right?
Okay.
Okay? All right. So, I need to say this because I'm so forgetful. So, for example, I have something in my mind, I need to tell it right away, or else I will forget it later on.
Okay.
That's why I'm doing this. Okay? So, let's
Okay.
start now. Nick, this is part 1, idioms. Okay?
Idiom. Okay.
Idioms. Okay, do you know the meaning of idioms?
Uh, yes, but I can't explain in English by myself.
Yeah, but you know the meaning. Am I
Yeah,
right?
I know the meaning. Yeah.
Okay, alright. So I don't need to explain because
Okay.
you know it. Okay? So let's try to talk about this idioms or expressions. So I'll read first and then you please repeat after me and then later we will talk about it. Okay?
Uh,
Alright. The first idiom, work against the clock.
work against the clock.
Alright, the meaning of this, if you do something against the clock, you do it as fast as possible and try to finish it before a certain time.
Should I repeat
Yes,
after you?
please. Yes,
Okay.
please.
If you do something against the clock, you do it as fast as possible and try to finish it before a certain time.
Okay, what do you think is the meaning of this one?
What?
Any guess?
Mm, you are a high efficiency person.
Efficient.
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 Okay.
Yes, yes. Because, for example, our boss will give us a deadline for our reports, right?
Yes.
So we are working under pressure, right?
Yeah.
So you need to do all the possible ways for you to submit that report on time. Right?
Okay.
So that's it. That's the meaning of this one. So make
Oh,
it fast as possible. But of course, you need to polish your reports. You need to do it completely. And of course, with you need to do it, not just you want to submit it on time. Do you know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's move on now. Wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy.
All right. Means lacking in strength of character or purpose. Ineffective. Lacking in decisiveness. I'm sorry. Decisiveness. I'm sorry. Without strength or character. Irresolute. Synonyms are namby-pamby, spineless, godless, and weak.
Means lacking in strength of character or purpose, ineffective, lacking in decisiveness, without strength or character, irresolute. Synonyms are namby-pamby, spineless, godless, and weak.
All right. You can see there. I think this is so clear. So the meaning of this idiom is just like weak. Alright? It means you're weak, lacking in strength of character or purpose. Okay?
Okay.
It means you're ineffective. You don't fit the job. Okay? That's the meaning of that. Alright. Any more questions? Any questions? Any questions, Nick?
Is this idiom is really used normally or?
No, actually, no.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't
I
have
think
to be. What?
I haven't heard these
I know.
idioms before.
I know. Yeah,
Or it's
actually,
in America
yeah.
they will use it.
Yeah, you know what? Americans, they have their own ways to express themselves, right? Because
Okay.
before, you know what, before I also worked in a call center. A call center, this is the place in the Philippines where we need to call Americans.
Okay.
All right? So I talked to Americans. All my customers before, they were all Americans. So sometimes it's really hard to understand them, especially their accent, right?
Yeah.
And they're really using different kinds of expressions. That's
It's like a local vocabulary, right?
yes, you're right. That's why we need to practice, or you need to familiarize with these idioms, because what if your interview will use this one? At least you have idea about it, right?
Oh.
Okay. So, but don't stress yourself too much. Don't
Yeah.
stress yourself too much. You don't need to memorize this. Okay? Just be familiarized with about it. All right. So let's move on now. Currently, I'm between jobs.
Currently, I'm between jobs.
A clever and discreet way of saying you're unemployed. You've had a job, not currently working, but will be working in the near future.
A clever and discreet way of saying you're unemployed. You've had a job, not currently working, but will be working in the near future.
Oh, I guess this is you.
Yeah.
Right? So you can say currently I'm between jobs. You can say that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next, on the flip side.
On the flip side.
On the reverse or the other side.
On the reverse or on the other side.
Okay. I think this is clear, right?
Yeah.
All right. So any questions?
No.
No. All right. Next, they rattle your cage.
They rattle your cage.
To demand attention, to nag, nudge, or remind, to annoy.
To demand attention, to nag, nudge, or remind, to annoy.
Alright, demand attention. It seems like you're attention seeker. Okay, you're attention seeker. it means you need a lot of attention.
Okay.
Okay. So is this also you? Because personally, I think this is me. You know what? Sometimes I want attention from maybe from the people around me. So sometimes it depends on my mood. It depends. How about you? I think as a man, I can say that you're independent right now, right?
Yeah.
Because for how long now you've been staying or doing the military service?
It's about half a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and another half a year left.
Hmm. What was the what do you call this? Obstacles and hardships that you've encountered during your military service?
Mm, It's there. I think there are not diffi- difficult part in the military service, but it there are some events that really impressed me.
Mm.
It's like 2 weeks ago, and we held an event to help the disabled men, disabled
Wow.
people, and we held an event uh, and we prepared food and some little funny games and to play with them. Yeah,
Wow.
and we can we saw the smile on their face, and we we just uh,
You were just
we
so happy.
yeah, we feel happy, and although we it took some time of
Mm-hmm.
us, but we saw it is worth it. Yeah,
It's worth it. Oh, I
yeah.
think so. Yeah. But personally, what do you think is the disadvantage of going to military service? What do you think?
Disadvantage. I thought it's uh disadvantage. I thought it it's a little bit waste of time
Mm.
because yeah, we the job we are doing now is not it's just to uh mostly uh, the we help the workers in the government and do some uh, paperwork
Mm-hmm.
or uh, know that the work that is not important.
I
So
know.
yeah,
I
it's
know.
I
Yeah.
think it's just a waste of time. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, most of
but
my students. Mm-hmm.
but it's responsibility of the men in Taiwan. Yeah,
I know. I know. You really need to do that, right?
yeah,
Yeah, you don't
yeah,
have a choice.
yeah.
Right?
So
Yeah, but I guess
yeah,
you're right. Yeah, sometimes it's just a waste of time because of course after college you like to work right away
yeah,
and earn money, right?
yeah,
Based
yeah,
on your major. And you
yeah,
told me that your major was engineering. So of course you want to be an
yeah,
engineer. And but I guess you know what the advantage of military service is you just like what you've told me earlier, right? You had a chance to
yeah,
help other people. You had a chance to reach out for
yeah,
those people who need your help, right?
yeah.
So I guess that's the only way, and it will help you to be more independent, right?
Yeah.
So how
Right.
about you, Nick? Are you planning to work abroad or in other country? Are you planning to do that?
If there has a chance, maybe
Where? In what country? Hello?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay. In what country you're planning to work in the future?
And I want to go to work in America.
Oh, as an
Yeah,
engineer?
yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this is the perfect place because if you really want to earn money, if you want to have good
yeah,
salary, this
yeah.
is the
It's
best
all about
place,
my yeah.
right? And you're very
And maybe
young. Hmm.
I can open. You know that students in Taiwan we don't have. I think our site
Hmm.
is not broaden enough. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
it's not so
I we
wide. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our site is not so wide,
Mm.
and I just heard that our teacher says that because our professor uh, they they usually had a degree in college college in America.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh.
the way they talk and the experience they had, and they talk to us that the students in America uh, they are different from
Uh-huh.
us. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
they think more like you say independently.
Independent. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and maybe their side are more wide. So yeah, I want to
Try.
uh, yeah, I want to try and
I
broaden
hope.
my
I hope so. I hope you can do that in the future because you're very young. You're still young, so you need to explore the world. You need to do
yeah
all the possible things for you to gain experience and for you to learn, right?
yeah yeah
So, yeah, I guess just like me, I'm more than 30 now, but I can say that I have a lot of experiences. So, I think it's also my privilege to teach because I can share my knowledge and
okay.
experiences to my students. So I really hope you can also do that in the future. Inspires other people, right? To inspire other people, right?
Uh, I hope I can.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Because if you have your goal, if you have your dream, you will do everything for your
Yeah, I
dreams,
will do
right?
everything for my yeah.
Mm. You're right now you're in military service. Are you still allowed to go out? Maybe with your
Uh,
friends?
yes, because uh, uh, I I think I'm a special one because I'm doing this is called substitute military service,
Oh wow.
and yeah, and I because my father is a disabled person.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So I'm qualified to go home every day to take care of my dad.
Really? That's
Yeah,
great. You can go home every day.
yeah. And
Wow.
I work from 8 o'clock at the morning in the morning, and I I this my duty of
You need to
at
go home.
five
Uh-huh.
yeah at 5 o'clock
So,
in the after, so and I can go home.
wow. So right now you're inside your house. You're at home now.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh wow. That's great. Because
yeah. So
uh
I can use this time to improve my English.
oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah. Because of course, normally other men will not do that. They need to stay there, right?
Yeah, they need to stay in the what military
Uh-huh.
uh,
Camp. or
Yeah, camp.
because you know what, I can still remember one of my students. He told me that during his military service, he stayed in Haiti. This is another country. This
Okay.
is another
Yeah,
country, but do you know that?
yeah, I know. They had a. I saw on the news they had a big earthquake.
Hmm.
Uh, maybe like 2006.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Oh, okay. Maybe that's the reason. Because
Yeah.
Taiwanese needs to extend your help to those people in Haiti, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got it now. But I think it's so hard, right? Because my student told me that it's really difficult there. It's very different. That includes their food. They can't go out at night because it's so scary. It's so dangerous. Even their
Oh,
connection, it's not so good. Yeah, so good for you. I think you're still lucky. You're still
and
lucky. But do you still have salary now, right?
yeah, yeah.
Ah.
And but it's not so. It's not enough, I think,
Mm,
compared to the being an
regular.
engineer. Yeah.
Of course, of course. And I think it's just like allowance, right? Your allowance.
Yeah.
It's not really like salary. It's more on
Yeah.
allowance, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I really how about in your country? Do you need to take an exam for you to become a licensed engineer or no?
Mm, in my country, I don't think. mm, Let's say this way, and this is the license is not. It's just particularly for the special job position. But generally speaking, most of the job position of engineering is not necessary to get a license.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's
They
great.
they will just what they will consider your background or the college
Hmm.
have you study in. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So before I
And then
forget, I'm
the
sorry.
grade, and especially the grade GPA you
Oh
got
yeah.
in your
Hmm.
facility.
I know.
Yeah.
Your grades, right? So
Yeah.
before I forget, let me remind you again about your resume.
What?
Your CV,
Okay.
your application. You know resume? It's just
Yeah.
like, okay, you need to prepare that. You need to review a lot of times. You need to prepare the best resume that you can give to your employer, future employer. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
And also, as much as possible, you can include cover letter. Do you know cover
Okay.
letter?
Yes.
Yeah, you just don't need to submit resume, but you need to submit it with cover letter because it's more formal.
Yeah.
Alright,
I,
and on your resume, focus on your achievements.
okay.
Focus on
Achieve.
that. Yeah, because as I told you, it's just like you're a salesman, you're trying to sell your background to your employer. Alright,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
you still have a few more months to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I want you to create the best resume. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Alright, okay. So let's move on now. Next
Okay.
idiom, throw someone's off.
Throw someone's off.
To interrupt and confuse someone, to mislead someone.
To interrupt and confuse someone. To mislead someone.
Okay, very good. So I think this is clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next, weeding out.
Weeding out.
To remove someone or something unwanted or undesirable from a group or collection.
To remove someone or something unwanted or undesirable from a group or collection.
Okay, very good. Next, don't come off as a hired gun.
Don't come off as a hired gun.
Come off, succeed, be accomplished. Hired gun, a person hired for their expertise.
Come off, succeed, be accomplished. Hired gun, a person hired for their expertise. Expertise, okay.
Okay. So what do you mean by hired gun? A person hired for their expertise, right?
Yeah, it's the meaning of employee.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Okay, next, don't dodge.
But I don't know what the meaning, what this idiom mean.
Oh, okay. Don't come off as a hired gun. Come off. The meaning of come off again, it's succeed, right?
Yeah.
Or be accomplished. When you say hired gun, okay, based on your understanding about these meaning, what do you think? Any guess? Just guess about this one. What can you understand? Don't come off. It means you need to avoid being a hired gun.
Yeah, why?
Okay, a person hired for their expertise. Maybe because you know what, personally, you need to, when you need to apply, when you do the interview, you need to talk about everything, not just about your expertise. So I guess you don't need to focus on that, but of course your entire background. Okay?
Okay.
So succeed, a person hired for their expertise. But for me, you know what? During the interview, you need to be boastful, I think, about your expertise, right? For me personally, because your interviewer will depend on your expertise, on how you can do your future responsibility in that company, and what are the things that you can contribute on that company. So I guess you really need to, for me personally, you need to discuss about your expertise. Alright? So this is just this is based on my own opinion. So I don't believe in this one. Alright? Okay, next. Dodge. You read this, right? A sudden quick movement to avoid someone or something.
Dodge, a sudden quick movement to avoid someone or something.
Okay. So any questions here?
No?
No? Alright, you know what? You're more comfortable now.
Okay.
I think so. You're trying to figure out a lot of things, and you're trying to express yourself more. That's good, Nick. Good job. Just keep it up, okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
I think it's the best way I can. I think that although my oral speaking is rather poor now, but I should speak more.
You're right.
Improve.
Because that's why I'm asking you a lot of questions.
Yeah, thank you.
Right? Okay, and also sometimes I'm asking you to read, not just because I'm tired and I just want you to read, but because I want your mouth to be more comfortable in reading all these words. Because I'm always telling my students, for example, I'm a singer, alright? Yeah. Before my performance on the stage, I need to practice more. I need to exercise my vocals, right? I need to do vocalization. So it's just the same with English. I'm also asking my students, if you have time, please read English novels or English books out loud, because it will help your mouth to be more comfortable in using English words, because I know, not you, but my other students, for example, it's hard for them to open their mouth a little loud, a little wider. For example, you need to pronounce the word cake. All right.
Right.
Sometimes most of my students, they pronounce it as kick because they don't open their mouth wider. So if you
Okay.
have time, Nick, I wanted to read English books but out loud.
Okay.
All right, but not too loud, of course.
Okay.
All
Got it.
right. Yeah, it's just a good practice as well. Okay, so let's move on now to part 2. This is useful vocabulary and expressions. I think so. All right. First one, solid leadership skills. Do you have this?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, really? You can say that you're a good leader?
Yeah, in some part.
Oh. Oh, okay. That's nice because during the interview, maybe they will ask you questions about leadership.
Yeah.
They will ask you questions, I'm sure about that. For example, in the future, if you'll be promoted as a supervisor or manager, how are you going to lead your people? Alright? Yeah, possibly they will ask you that question. Alright, next. Solid management skills. Management.
Solid management skills.
It means that it's
What?
just you know how to manage your people. All right, this one it's to lead, but this one it's how you manage your people. Do you
Yeah,
think you
but
can manage your people? What?
why these two vocabulary need to put solid in the beginning?
Solid, because it means that because I think for me it's so positive. Because if you will just add leadership skills, I think it's ordinary, but if you will put solid, it will be extraordinary.
Oh, okay.
Alright? It will be extraordinary because it's solid. It means you're 100% sure about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Alright? So, any more questions?
No.
Alright, let's just discuss the third one before I say goodbye. Willingness to take on responsibilities.
Willingness to take on responsibilities.
Okay, for example, I'm your boss and I will tell you, Nick, can you do this right away? Or tomorrow, please act like you're the supervisor. Can you do that? Can you do that? Or at first you will be very hesitant to do it.
I won't be hesitant.
Okay, very good. It means you're a risk taker. Right? It means that you just believe in yourself, of course. Right?
Yeah.
And in your abilities. Yes, you got it. Okay. So I guess for tonight, Nick, you did a great job. Yeah, you're not so shy. So, yeah, that's great. So I guess I'll just see you next week. Okay? And on our next class, I will explain everything once again and I will encourage you to talk more. Okay? Because yeah, I think we just need to practice your English skills because it's good. We just need to enhance it. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so that's for tonight, Nick. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.